Live. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of ESP, Enchanting Sorcery Productions. I'm your host, Essie or Aaron Spencer, and we're playing Stormwatch tonight. That's MCDM 5E X Kingdoms in Warfare X Tarot using the Adventurer's Tarot. So, hello, Clockwork. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Hello, everyone. Yes, MCDM Kingdoms in Warfare. I got the book around here somewhere. I just moved into a new apartment. If you couldn't tell, we need to decorate it. But we get a couple of plushies and my laptop and some paintings and some flower stuff. Apparently some dust particles too that this camera picks up. So welcome back, everybody, and we're gonna go around the table so we can jump right in. And back with us for the first time in a long time. I'm so excited. We have Isabits. Welcome back, Isabits. How are you? Who are you? And who do you play in our Stormwatch campaign?
Hi, I'm Isbits. I'm doing okay. I play Terra, the Earth Genasi Stone Shark Shifter monk. Yeah, it's me,
The land shark.
the land shark
Yes.
that likes to punch things.
Also, if you need me to update your link tree, just let me know. But that's what we have. We have linktree slash Isabits. And then, of course, we have from Animazing Radio, we have the one and only Ange. Hello, Ange. How are you? And who are you? And who do you play in our Stormwatch campaign? 1, 2, 3.
All right. I'm doing well. A little cold, but that's New England for you. I'm Ange. I'm playing famous the Leonin Paladin Defender of the Realm.
Awesome. Thank you, Ange. And then, of course, with the amazing hater blockers and the shades, we have Nick slash Amberthus slash Husky. Hello. How are you? Who are you? And who do you play in our Stormwatch campaign? You look like you have something very delicious as well, and I'm jealous.
Doing great. There are these milk chocolate peppermint quinoa crisps.
Ooh,
It's literally
okay.
Crunchy quinoa, completely covered in chocolate. So they're great. Anyway, I'm Amberthist, or in this game, I am Clematis Scamperpaw, the Herringon, Aryan Sorcerer, Wild Magic for both. And just here to shoot some things and smash things with hammers and axes. So,
Hells yeah.
yeah, that's who I am over here.
Sounds like the character I played in the Sunday game that I used to play with Dia. And speaking of Dia, Dia is also back. Not as long of a hiatus, of course, as Isabits, but we're happy to see Dee back once again. Hello, Dee, and also rocking the plaid. I am not rocking mine today, but I see you. Who are you? How are you? Who are you? And who do you play in our Stormwatch campaign?
Well, I'm doing better. But yes, hi, it me. I'm Dee. I play Abigail Wilshire, and yeah, I'm just here to cause chaos and blow shit up because that's what Sorlocks do.
Yes. Thank you, Dee. And then, of course, we have Jeff slash Pathogen slash Technoclave, our money numbers guy, sort of like the silent business behind the scenes. What's going on, Jeff? Who are you? How are you? Who are you? And who do you play in our Stormwatch campaign?
Good evening. My name is Jeff. I am also kind of cold, but that's the mountains for you. This evening I am playing Simeon, who is the Battlemaster fighter, but not the way you think. And that's really all I've got going on these days.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Sorry, I had to refresh there. Like OBS did something. There we go. Okay. Sorry about the lag spike, everybody.
No worries. I'm getting a pre-roll now.
Okay. We are still here. Okay. Well, we're moving okay. Everybody looks okay. I think we just had a little lag spike. Luckily, this computer is very, very good. So it can keep up, whereas the other one in my old studio cannot. So that's the good news about having a relatively plain background here, the old-fashioned bedroom stream, right? But we're gonna decorate it. We're gonna make it look nice. Maybe put a couple of posters on the headboard, or just get like a green screen or something. But for DM inspiration, a luck point, and or 25 gold pocket in your inventory, who would like to give us a recap as to what happened last time on Stormwatch?
we made our way further into the tower that we've been taking over one level after another. And now we are at the very top dealing with this jerk who decided he was going to capture our matron's allies with, I believe it was some lightning magic, if that was correct.
Something like that, yes.
Yeah, and yeah, we're just up here to hopefully take him down, because it seems like he's probably the last obstacle that we have to deal with.
All right. So do you want yeah, pretty straightforward. That's you climb the tower, you slayed some of the Red Plumes, you have encountered this Inquisitor, who is one of the final obstacles that is before you, preventing you from reaching the matrons as described, that were sort of sucked up into the upper levels by this trap, this magical trap that had been set for y'all by the Inquisitor along with Melkath the Vile. And before you stands the High Inquisitor of the Red Plumes. This is the man who has ordered the purge, ordered all of the hangings, and who has instituted and enforced human law in Hillsfar. This is the guy, this is the source of many and much misery throughout the Dale lands, and as it extends into the surrounding area as fascism tends to bleed out. And here he is before you, spouting the usual fascist nonsense. The time has come for all of you to roll initiative, please. Just to have it up in the background, as swords were drawn, and I want to give people the opportunity, just if they want, to do one last thing before we jump into combat. But the blades have been drawn, and a fight is inevitable. But I'm just going to go around the table. But first, before you jump into battle, does anyone have anything they wanted to do right before the battle?
I don't think any of my folks have anything to do as like a quick spell, so nope, nothing for me.
Other than like a combat thing, words or actions or environmental interactions.
Yeah,
Because right now,
I think for Clem, could Clem cast a spell?
it depends. Right now, it's kind of
he
like a
wants to-
stalemate. Both swords are drawn, and you're waiting for the first person to make the move.
Yeah, Clem would want to be casting a mirror image himself.
Okay, all right. Anybody else want to have first crack at it if it is a spell? Is there anyone else that wants to have first crack at a spell? We can do rollies for it to see who gets it.
I am. Basically, do we need bless at this point?
Has to be a
I do.
non-combat spell, by the way. Utility spell. Some kind.
I mean, I don't think it's ever a bad idea to have bless on. You know,
Mhm.
it's always good for a D4.
Yeah. Well, just to get ahead of it, Clem and Thamus, why don't y'all do some rollies? Go ahead and you can each roll a d20. The result in the Roll20 chat. To see. Rollies. Clem, is that first one from you?
That's a 17 for me.
Okay. All right.
Well,
So
for me, so
you get to decide, Clem. Do you want to do mirror image, or do you want to defer to Thamus to do a little prayer and do a blessing for the battle? Your choice.
Basically, if one person does something, then the other person won't to.
Right, yeah. So you only have it's like a little stalemate because he was monologuing. So you have a moment to someone can make a move. Remember, he's like, you've walked into my trap, sort of thing, and you're all going to die. And also, you can see as he's monologuing, now that you can see out the top of the tower and into the field of Shadowdale, the Hillsfar Alliance is camped before you in all of its terrible, this amalgamation of various different conscripts or sycophants or allies who have been somehow manipulated or convinced into joining this alliance against the Zhentilar. You can see now that sort of stretching out into the field that you are, to your surprise, you had picked up some intel that had said that they were going to focus their efforts here and form a tactical retreat to Hillsfar if they needed to, with just a small garrison, since they believe the city to be impenetrable. That being said, looking out over the horizon, seeing all the torches and the battlements and the soldiers, it does appear that at first glance the smug grin is partly in lieu to them doing you for a bit of a bamboozle, and that they are in fact putting all of their cards here in this battle. And for now, you do appear to be nearly evenly matched as far as strength. They have appeared to have gathered all of their forces here, and as you can hear, sort of the dull clamor in the wee hours of the night, and of course the alarms that are sort of echoing through the camp layer by layer to get people to come to Shadowdale. Obviously, the whole 10,000 or so are not going to flood into all at once, but you can see torches and bodies heading this way. Lots of them, hundreds if not in the thousands, heading to attempt to assist with securing the Shadow Tower. And he grins smugly. But that being said, Clem, one of you can get off a spell. You can do Mirror Image, or Thamus can do Bless. It's up to you. You rolled higher, so you choose.
No, I think I would defer to letting Thamus do something.
Okay.
Yeah, so if Thamus wants to cast Bless, absolutely go ahead.
That's
Okay.
more of a would it be useful, but
Yes.
in that case, wait a minute. Let me double check that. In that case, you know what? We're gonna go with the ones who are most likely to need it. So Simeon, Clem, and Tara get the bless.
Okay, and what do you say in prayer? What are your words as you conjure the blessing?
That's a dope blast, Isabeth.
I call upon
Thank you.
those who watch
Sorry.
those who watch over us. Our duty is not yet finished. Please guide us with your strength and wisdom.
Okay. And you almost hear that sort of distant clamor that you've been hearing when Thamus sort of summons the bond that she has with the fallen winter wolves. That sort of sound of a hammer clanking an anvil sort of echoing through the air, and this sort of roar of cheer from like this military group. There's this it sort of echoes through the air and empowers all of you. And Inquisitor Reginald simply just turns the sword in the stone and brings it up to a battle-ready stance and just... Prayers won't save you now. Time to meet your mates. And just pulls the sword back and just... I hope you have prepared your mates. You will need them, and runs forward, and initiative has officially begun. And just to...
And Thamus will actually respond to that. You know what you've done. We seek to right the wrongs that were done quite some time ago.
At this point, you can see he is just focused and charges. You know, little Jacob Lazat into the storm. Hell yeah. Have to turn this one down a little bit more. I have it at 32 or so. All right. Tara, you're up first.
All right. And I'm gonna run forward. And I wanna punch the battle mage in front of me.
Okay, all right. So Tara just immediately rushes headlong into battle. Show me a punch! As you square up the fist to try and stop him. It looks like he's about to say something else again.
Right before he says it, I got a dirty 20.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, nice.
And then I did max damage, so that's 9.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Let's see what he's
And
got.
then-
That should be full.
I'm going to I get, without using a key point, I get both punches, right? Is that right? If I'm remembering that correctly.
I believe you're gonna.
Mhm.
Yeah. Thank you.
You should have extra attack.
Yeah, if you don't have extra attack, but yeah, if you don't use the flurry of blows, just do 1 punch as a bonus. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so technically you get 3 punches. First,
Okay.
second attack, and then bonus action without key
Oh.
points.
Sweet. I am gonna hit him again, and I got a 19.
Okay. And what was the damage on the first one again?
9.
Okay. All right. So the first one right in the jaw as he kind of brings the hammer up and you kind of do a little feint and just crack, and your fist kind of having that hard stone callus. Just you hear a crack and just a little bit of blood out the side of the face, turns around and you just hit him again real quick. It's like a flash, like a quick flash, and a second one right into the nose as he starts to bleed. Damage on that one?
6.
Nice. Okay. All right. What else?
I think I'm gonna use a key point to do flurry of blows.
Okay. As you kind of channel and charge that key energy, you can see Terra start to glow.
All right. So the first one is 21.
Oh, that definitely hits. 21.
And another 9 damage.
Okay.
And
21.
then-
And another 9.
24 to hit.
Oh, hey! Oh, we're getting that official raid now. Yes, 24 does hit. Wow, thank you, Distil's Place. You arrived just in time. We got some Jacob Lazat planned for tunes. Some metal to get your get the D&D juices flowing. Shout out Distil's Place. Okay, damage on that 24, Tara. What you got?
That was only 5.
5. Okay. Oop, I don't want to open Microsoft Edge. No, thank you. 5. Okay. 5 damage.
I think that's it for me.
Okay, so that was 2 hits with Flurry of Blows?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. I think I got both of those. So you did a total damage,
4
I
hits.
believe, was 28 with everything? Around there? My math is correct. There are a couple of 5s, right? So I think total of 25, 29? Monk. Yeah. Monk shit. Does that sound right to you, Elizabeth?
Yes, I
Okay.
think so.
Awesome. Well, Drake, hello. Also, yeah, Distil's Place. TTRPGs, not D&D specifically. Distil, how are you? What were y'all playing tonight, specifically for TTRPGs? Tell me about it in the chat while we go through the initiative and the final battle arena here, or second final battle arena. And you said that's it for Terra, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And again, you see Terra just flash like, with 3 more just flurries just in this blur, and Inquisitor Reginald almost gets pushed back. He digs his heels into the stone. You can even see him have to like dig into it with the force that Terra is just pushing into this guy, and he just and regains his fighting position. But before he can, Battle Mage Orisa, go ahead and take that away.
Here is a question. What,
Yes.
For the purposes of spell damage,
Mhm.
what level are these NPCs?
Let me check. Inquisitor Aerith. Okay. $12.
Well, all right. In which case then we're going to.
Also, sidebar, Terra, did you roll all those attacks at advantage? Or at least the first one?
No, because I totally forgot, even though you just said that I had advantage.
Just do me a favor, just roll another d20, see if you get a nat 20.
I do not.
Okay, all right. All right, carry on.
All right. Let's see, we're gonna come up here. Basically, she's gonna Ray of Frost the same guy because he's still standing and therefore he's still a problem.
Mage?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what the mage has left. Ray of Frost cantrip. Okay, all right. Show me Ray of Frost.
Yep.
And spell save DC 11. Let me just make sure. And still. So she actually can't see from there. She would have to be
Yeah, that's fine.
right there, right behind
That's
Terra.
fine.
Okay. Ray of Frost. Maybe he's not going to counterspell a cantrip. So that's going to be.
It's a ring.
Oh, it's a ranged attack. Okay, it's not a spell save.
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't know why it included that if it wasn't a spell save, but so spell attack. If you click on there you go. Okay, perfect. That's gonna hit 9 damage as she just sends that sort of ray past the Inquisitor, who just kind of dodges to the side, and it's a little bit late for him to react, but it doesn't look too dangerous. So the mage just kind of takes it on the shoulder and just you see the ice crack into the shoulder, and just there's this explosion of ice crystals. Just he takes 9 damage. All right, is that it for Battle Mage Orisa?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, all right, you got the assassin, who is going
All
first
right.
before
First mage.
anyone.
She
Theron.
burned each of her spells getting up here.
Right, that's fair.
Theron is going to cross behind everyone else and get into a good assassination location on
Okay.
Inquisitor.
All right.
And then he's going to use his assassinate power.
Okay. I'm going to say he kind of comes in as a little power slide right under his legs. Very cool. Like, let's see if he can pull off the attack at advantage.
At advantage, pushing the right button, right way. Here we go.
Oh.
That would be a crit.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. So
Nicely
just
done.
does a power slide and takes the blades and does a double leg cut. An extra 2d6. So that is going to be.
Nice.
Yep. All right. So it's going to be maxed out. 1d4 plus 0. So it's going to be 4. I don't know why it didn't. All right, so it's going to be 4 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go ahead and roll 2d6 for me as well. Let's start with the 2d6. It's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 2d6. 17, okay. Go ahead and roll 8d6. So roll that roll that one more time. Roll another 4d6. All right, another 28. Nice. So just dives under, kind of moves very quickly, and cuts again both of the hamstrings. You can see Inquisitor kind of fumble forward. With that going for the legs, I'm actually going to say that the Inquisitor is going to move at half speed. He's been hamstrung. Give y'all a special effect there for that. Okay. And he will have to make a save on his turn. We'll say a DC 15 con save to get out of that. But is that it for the assassin?
I believe that's his only active. That's his only available action. So yeah, that is for Theron.
Okay. That'll bring us to Clem.
Okay. Clem, as a bonus action, is going to bring out his hammer. 5, 15.
Right, no, it was
Square up with Sarah. And the bonus action is to ignite it with some type of magic. Magic. That's probably not best, but that's and then he's going to make a swing at this guy with his lightning magic hammer.
Okay. All right, the hammer starts to spark with potential. All right, a 20 will hit, a 16 will not. That 20 is at advantage.
Sorry, it was to be 1.
It's okay, because that was at advantage anyway. So with unfortunately with the 20, 14, 16, and 9, regardless of how you play that, only the 20 is going to hit. But that is going to be nice with the 12. I see a 6 in there. 14 damage total. Sorry?
Doesn't Clem have Bless?
Yes, Clem does have Bless. You are correct.
I do.
Thank you, D. Roll a d.
So... I do not have extra attacks, so it won't matter for the other one anyway.
Okay. Well, at least the first one.
I only have the 1 attack. I do have the bludgeoning, do not have the rage.
Okay, so just 12 then.
And a couple things. So I'm adding a max of 4 lightning damage on that, so 16.
Okay, so you jump up and crack him right in the center of that sort of red and steel chest plate and almost cave it in, and the lightning kind of sparks off, and this guy's just getting hammered, literally. An additional 4. Okay, go ahead.
And as I hit him with this, I'm going to spend my once-a-day ability as a war mage to cast Dispel Magic on him.
Okay.
Just in case the magic from him is tied to what's happening to the matrons, or if there's any other fancy shenanigans on him.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and, wow. All right, give yourself a DM inspiration.
Okay.
For that. So you cast Dispel Magic, and as you can see that whatever was happening, as you kind of just focus on that magic and try to dispel whatever was there. He had a couple tricks up his sleeve, but it seems like whatever he was doing with the matrons is now not connected to him anymore. Unfortunately, it was like a one-time thing, but you can see that there was this sort of faint aura about him that sort of gets dispelled in the process. But it seems to not be connected directly to what's happening. If there's anything else still happening to the matrons above, that was mostly just to likely to activate whatever trap it was that happened.
Sure.
But he does have some magical energy in him that you can see. Anything else for Clem?
That'd be it.
Okay. All right. At the very least, I want to give you DM inspiration for that. Okay, yep, that brings us to Aerith.
Aerith hates this guy.
Oh, yeah?
So, pull out the big one away. We'll go with a harm spell.
Okay.
So he has to make a con save.
Okay, and that is an NPC, not a player character, so he's not going to get the disadvantage because the NPC's got advantage on initiative. But he will go ahead and make a con save. Okay. Toggle.
The DC for this character is an 18.
Natural 20. So he's going to just...
come on!
as you can see him trying to catch his breath, you can see she just kind of takes this, all of her rage, and just kind of sends it sort of channeling into this guy's general direction. But he's able to just kind of hold up the blade and just kind of parries a little bit and ducks down, and that aura kind of like revives, and you can just see him just kind of absorbing some of that magic from that into the blade as he swings it down.
Where's Ren with the silvery barbs when you need her? Alright, well... yeah. So
I have it, I'm just downstairs, I think.
Forgot to add this guy's weapon.
Oh, you're over there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
understanding was I was downstairs, so that's why I didn't react.
No, it's
you're-
alright.
You've all officially joined, so you can react if you want. It's up to you.
It's already happened. It feels kind of scummy to go back that far.
Okay. All right.
I'm fine with it. Okay.
Y'all are
All
kicking
right.
this guy's
Yeah,
ass.
I think that is pretty much it for Aerith, though. So that will be the end of her turn.
Okay. Ooh. That's right. It is. I had notes for this.
Notes for this battle?
Yeah. It wasn't. It's just a little. Oh, he's. I can't remember if this guy has a shield or not. Yeah, he does. But he's using it two-handed. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. All right, and that's it for the Inquisitor, I believe.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, that would bring us to Thamus, followed by Red Plume Knight, and then Simeon.
Well, all right. Yeah.
Also for chat, how's the volume on the music, by the way? Is that too abrasive? Is it too loud? Is it cutting in and out? Let us know how little Jacob Lazat sort of metal session is going over there.
How has any? No one's taken damage yet, correct?
Correct.
Not on our side.
No, we've all been taking turns.
Yeah,
They
you've
haven't
been
done anything
Alright,
yet.
kind of
in
kicking his
that
ass.
In that case, then let us proceed with. Let the beatings commence. Can I get there? Let's see. Can I get to there? And we are going to. Yeah, we're gonna go with the hammer.
Okay. Hammer time.
Hammer
Show me hammer.
time. Oh,
Well,
no.
You have advantage because it's your first turn as an NPC. So, all right, you go to kind of swing wide in your righteous fury. You miss the first one, and you swing back on the hammer the second time. It just clips into his armor as he just kind of.
That was the first attack.
Okay.
Second attack.
Well, it's better than a nat one because I have consequences for nat one. So at least you
Yep.
were able to recover.
We'll
Yeah, it kind of
take
gets
that.
stuck on his elbow gauntlet, and before you're able to rip it off with a little twist, you hear the clank of steel on metal. That will hit.
All right, a 24 hits. We'll take one.
Okay.
And I did not. I can't use my smite. I hit with a melee weapon, so I'm also going to I'm also going to do that whole divine smite bullshit.
Okay. All right, that was on your 24, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, show me the smite. Smitey
Regular,
smite.
regular damage is D7
Okay.
because we're doing this. We have hammer and shield up and smite.
Yeah, you hit the area like right, there's like a little mesh mail area where the breastplate connects to the back, and you hit right in that area. You feel a couple of ribs cracking, and at that moment as you connect, you utter a divine word, and a pillar of radiant flame just begins to form.
We're gonna go with decidedly average.
Okay.
An extra 8
yeah.
radiant.
Okay. The aura around him seems to kind of just absorb the light as this like, and it sort of swirls around him from light into shadow.
Yeah, boy is resistant to damage.
Anything else for Thamus?
That's it. Thamus is done.
Okay, kind of charging forward to protect. 5. And gonna go. Path of least resistance is this way. And is probably gonna go for the paladin, the person who last hit. One of the Red Plume Knights sort of visor down. You can see the red sort of feathers kind of blowing in the wind. Up high, it's very windy up here on the second level. And I have my toggle buttons. There we go. Gonna be an 18 to hit against Thamus.
Misses.
Ooh, okay. And a 6. So neither connects. All right. Oh boy. It comes in and just, and you're able to, you have a shield, right?
Yep.
Okay, swings a longsword. You're able to just block it with the shield. The first time you can feel the vitriol in the blade as you dig your heels in and swing back. Swings low, you take the hammer and lock it with the longsword. And then as this is happening, Jeff, you are up, followed by the Inquisitor.
Alrighty. First question I have is, which direction did the mage go?
The mage is still back here.
Okay. So Simon is going to use his tactical martial ability as a bonus action.
Ah, nice.
And Theron is going to move 15 feet towards the assassin, towards the mage.
Okay. All right. So you are able to shout out commands mid-battle as Theron nods in agreement, and that does not provoke attacks of opportunity, right? Because of your tactical martial?
Explicitly does not, yes.
Nice. Very cool. Okay. Theron does a little, sort of bumps into the Inquisitor, does a little spin move, and just a little front roll, just over to the side here, and is now blades at the ready. Okay. That's a bonus action, I believe, right?
Correct. So that's the bonus action. And then Simeon is going to take the space he just vacated.
Perfect.
If I can make it over there. I don't
Absolutely.
know if I can.
Yeah, you can move and push through. If you just kind of like juggernaut your way through, you just cannot end in somebody else's space.
Gotcha. Okay. In that case,
and you also can't like leave an enemy's space without the attack of opportunity, but you can absolutely work around your allies to get there. Yep.
Excellent. In that case, Simeon will get into position and will use his blessing and start off with a sneak attack.
Okay. All right. Let me advantage. He's up here.
Only a, well.
18. Yes, that will hit.
Alrighty.
Roll damage plus sneak attack. 7. And sneak.
I gotta do it manually. Hold on.
Ooh, okay. Sneak attack is broken, everybody. you
I just
sneak
pushed the right button.
so hard that I only see 1d6. You have a lot more than that, right?
I do not. Remember, I'm a fighter.
Okay. Right, that's right. That's not the way you think.
Right.
You
I
get
do all the roguey
bless.
things, just like a fighter.
Okay, all right. Okay, and second attack, I believe.
That is correct.
Okay. As you just
At this point in time, he is still prone from the damage from the assassin.
not prone, just hamstrung, so a little bit of a limp. He's just moving
Okay.
at half speed. Yep. For now. He's got a little bit of a limp from that. You can see him bleeding from the legs.
So in the case, just a normal 24.
Okay, that will also hit. Stab, stab, fillet, fillet.
For another
Okay.
9 points of piercing.
Okay. Alrighty.
And I may not get the opportunity to do this again. So I'm going to action surge and do that
Oof.
again.
Okay.
That probably doesn't hit us a 14.
Okay, yeah, he's getting wise. He swings the shield around, sort of like a smaller kite shield, and just kind of knocks the rapier away. You're able to grab it and sort of do a little reset, but that does not hit, and you have to believe you have one more, right?
I do, for even less.
Okay.
Oh.
Same thing, you just... And he actually, with a gauntleted hand, just kind of grabs a rapier and kind of throws it back the second time, and you have to do a couple of, quick footwork adjustments to get back into position. Where the effort, though? I like that you use your action surge.
And it is Simeon's attack.
Okay. The start of his turn, he is going to second wind as the bonus action. For 4d10. Regain 19 hit points.
Damn it.
As he just...
I can do that too.
And just kind of lets out... Yeah, I thought 4d10 was a lot. It's not compared to the damage that y'all are putting out. And he can use his aspect and then make 3 attacks. So he's going to activate his aspect, and as he does, he's going to activate Dreadful Aspect. So his eyes are going to start to glow with a sort of black and red fire. And who here has done an Oathbreaker run in Baldur's Gate 3? Anyone?
I didn't, but I watched my husband do an able run.
Okay. So as he kind of resets, you can see this sort of like this aura around him just grows and seems to suck the light out of the flame, out of the stars, because this is all open, by the way. Above you, it's closed, because this is the next level of the tower. But the light from the stars seems to dim. The light from the braziers almost like lessen, and you can feel just the cold chill of pure hatred and malice just wash over you. And this dreadful aspect takes hold, and you just see a flash of this sort of knightly figure behind him in blackened armor just flash for a moment as he sort of takes up this blade that has sort of wings on it. It almost seems to drip with sort of black shadow magic around it, or like this shadow flame in a way. And this shadowy flame kind of like ignites on the blade, and he lets out this roar that sort of also flickers the candle. That's pure rage and hatred. And the dreadful aspect, I need everybody that is not on his side to make a DC 13 wisdom saving throw, please.
And I'm just gonna remind you, everybody within 10 feet of me gets a +3 to that because aura of protection.
Yes, is that your aura, the yellow?
I don't know. I don't remember what that is.
Let's see. I got you.
I rolled at advantage because of DM inspiration, but it probably doesn't matter.
Okay, all right. Anyone in that aura? So that would be June. That's a 10-foot aura. So that would be Junior, Battle Mage Orisa, Terra, Famous.
Do we have less
themselves? You have what?
You do have Bless on it as well, yes.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so I can.
I'm in Simeon.
So yeah,
Okay.
Clem should add a D4 plus 3 to that.
Yay!
8,
9 plus
9,
3, 12.
12. Okay,
Sure.
so unfortunately, all right. Clem fails, Abigail fails, Junior fails, Thamus succeeds, Simeon succeeds.
Oof.
All right, 20 for Terra. So anyone that fails the save is frightened. So attacks on you while the source of your fear is within line of sight have advantage, and attacks against you. I'm just gonna double check just to be sure.
Is there... Does that do damage or just fear effect?
Just a fear effect. A frightened creature has... Okay, so anybody that fails, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within sight. They do not have advantage on you. Just wanted to make sure, because I was like, that doesn't sound entirely right. I had to check myself. And you cannot willingly move closer to the Inquisitor. Then he is going to make his multi-attacks. Inquisitor Reginald. It says glaive, but it's not actually a glaive. So, get this. Oh, wait. Shit, hold on. I did that wrong. Because he is going to attack one-handed, because he does have... No. He's actually going to drop the shield and hold this two-handed. The weapon, so... Done. I actually don't think it factored in his shield anyway. He's at 18 with plate. I think that was just a more flavor. But I'm going to say now he's going to drop it. Y'all had like a benefit before, but that's okay. So takes the blade, and you can see it ignite, not quite in flame, but in shadow flame. Just... And he is... Ooh, does he want to cast a spell? Or... No, he doesn't need to. He is... Ooh, Second wind. Oh. God damn it. That's unfortunate. Okay. So he's just going to, in that case, multi-attack. He's gonna go for Thamus. He's just going to say, kind of look right at Thamus and say, "They called me Oathbreaker, but my oath is sacred." And just takes the blade and is gonna swing down at Thamus. And with 3 attacks, gonna be uh-oh.
No, I'm gonna catch it.
You gonna catch it?
disagree.
You gonna catch it?
Yeah, I'm gonna catch
Okay.
it with silvery barbs.
Okay. Woo! Okay. Silvery Barbs forces a reroll, right?
Yes.
Okay, alright.
Reroll and use the lower one.
Okay.
I just don't want you to crit my Leonin friend.
Okay. Alright, and then you give someone advantage, right? After that? I think.
I do. How about Thamus?
Okay. Oh wow! I almost made this more interesting. Okay, so what is when you cast Silvery Barbs? Describe for us what that looks like as you cancel out this nat 20.
Despite Abigail kind of trying to get away from this thing, she knows how dangerous this creature or this person is, so she kind of manifests pink lightning,
Okay.
and it shoots out and kind of almost seems to paralyze him for a split moment, which is what cancels the crit.
Okay. This lightning kind of almost very fluid, these little flashes of it that just slam into the Inquisitor as he brings the blade down. Thamus, you saw just at the last second the blade this close to your nose as he stops, like, and you're able to just kind of get out and parry with the hammer. As it goes to reset and swings up effortlessly, which is a reroll. That doesn't cancel out the attack, gives him a reroll for a 3.
So for a miss.
Yep,
I'll
for a
take it.
miss. Way wide. You had that clocked from a mile away, Thamus. Is going to try again. Really? Oh, wait. No. Wait. That's wrong. It's supposed to be +7, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. 7. Actually, 7 + 1. And that should actually be 6. 1. 7 + 1. Okay. So it's a +8 to hit,
Ooh, spicy.
which would be 8, 9, 10, 11 on the first one. So a total of 11, which still misses. And then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, which is still going to miss. And why is it still plus? Oh, it should be. Okay, there we go. And okay, that one hits 26.
26 will hit.
Okay, all right. We finally got a 26. 26 on the field. All right, I'll hit once.
Question is, can I do anything about that before you roll damage? And the answer is, I don't think so.
all
I
right,
can
and-
do a lot when you target everybody else. When you target me, there's only so much I can do.
And he's going to use a first level spell slot, which I believe Divine Smite, or in this case, Desecrated Smite or Shadow Smite. Smite in general, other than the Thunderous Smite and Branding Smite, regular Smite does not require a bonus action, right?
I can tell you, Divine Smite just requires the spell slot.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. So this is a.
So I
this is-
assume this is the darkened version thereof. So yeah, it would be the same.
Maybe
Bloody hell.
2d8 + 2. All right, so same thing. He just kind of, my turn, and brings this down, and you feel just the joy and compassion draining from you as this hits, and you can feel the screams of the blade as the energy, this negative energy explosion, just and the same sort of reverse pillar of shadow flame, for a total of 13 slashing, 11 necrotic, and an additional 14 necrotic. So 24, 34, 38 points of damage total.
38 points of damage total.
Yep.
Okay.
And he used a first level spell slot.
30. Wait, you said 38.
38, yep.
Okay.
He hits hard when he does hit.
Yeah. That's fine.
Oh, and hold on.
I've got.
Let me just check one more thing. The knight can use a d4. So what your AC is 20, right? Or 19?
19.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, he couldn't do it anyway. Never mind. The 6 is way too low. Okay. So that's going to be... he's going to make a con save to see if he can shake off that hamstring. DC 15. Yep. Okay, he's no longer hamstrung, so we can move.
How weird.
And do I want him to move?
Please do.
Please
please
do.
He's
Please
kind of
do.
surrounded. Okay, he's gonna stay there. Alright. Alright, this guy is gonna just kind of move through the... interesting. This guy is gonna close up the rear here. And is going to try and... I guess take some swings at Clem. Actually, you know, you're both pretty good threats. I'm going to roll a d4. 1 and 2, it's Clem. 3 and 4, it's Simeon. Actually, we'll do a d6. 1 through 3 is Clem. 4, 5, 6 is Simeon. Okay, it's going to be Clem. I apologize. Red Plume Knight. Two melee attacks. Not going to use that yet. Well, that's an 8. Nope. That's still be a longsword, which is 3. Which is an 11, which I don't think an 11 hits. Wait a minute, hold on. 6. Oh, +3. And next one. Another 11. So, nope. 2 misses. Swings once, and a second time, and Clem, it's a weird angle. You're able to just kind of like duck behind the wall here pretty effortlessly, but that will bring us to Mage Friend, who... see if stealth, yeah, it's stealth. Do I want to do with this guy? Uh-oh. Let's see. And let me get my... Okay, this guy's gonna be the equalizer here. I have to make it some kind of a hard fight. 5, 10. Okay, 5, 10, 15. Would have fit in.
Just vaguely disconcerting to watch that fireball grow slowly.
Oh yeah, more than that.
Okay, now I need to check things.
That feels rude. And vaguely targeted. Oh my god. Is he gonna hit his friends?
That's 20. He's gonna center it on... Get there. Oh, actually, hold on.
Where is this dude, by the way? Back here?
Yep,
Is it this guy?
yep, it's that guy.
Oh, he's direct. Okay, he's not in my line of sight. That's why.
Oh,
There we go. So
Someone has him in line of sight. It'll be worked on later.
that's gonna be...
Yes. Oh, but this is gonna get ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right there. Center point is right there. So that's gonna be everybody. Make a... It's fireball time.
You're gonna roast my mushroom?
I'm sorry, he's a combat
Delicious.
pet.
It's my son.
Not if I can help it.
Does anyone have counterspell?
I can't see him.
Oh no.
Okay, question. Can I, with Battle Mage Yarissa,
Okay.
she has 1 level 3 spell slot left.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have to, and multiple spells listed? Can I use a second instance of counterspell?
Yeah, I mean, she has counterspell on there, right?
She does,
Okay,
and
so-
we used it last time.
Okay, so she will have to roll a DC 14 intelligence check to see if she can Arcana to see if she can dispel that because he's upcasting it. at 4th level.
Is it an intelligence or
Whatever.
or-
It's spell casting.
Yes. Sorry. Whatever her spellcasting ability modifier is.
what is your spellcasting
I
ability?
can check. Let's see.
Would I be able to give advantage to this check using my Sword Mystic card? Or is that only to me?
Hold on 1 second. Intelligence. She's an intelligence caster. Okay, sorry. So can you use your... What did you want to use again?
Basic. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I have a Sword Mystic card.
Okay.
From a previous tarot pull. Is that me only for Arcana checks, or is this a straight intelligence check and not relevant?
That is an Arcana check for you or another. You and in a stretch, you could give it to another player character, but this is also an NPC, and I'm going to be a little bit harder on the NPCs. This is giving you an edge for sure.
So I'm rolling Arcana.
For Battle Mage Orisa. Yep. So that would be their spellcasting ability modifier is intelligence or just intelligence. Okay, yeah, that'll do it.
There's your Arcana.
So no, I am not roasting Junior. You can see him just take a fireball and just go to lob the fireball with every last bit that he has, upcasting it and everything, and just screaming just as loud as basically you ever been sitting in front of a fire and just like little embers get a little bit too close? And you're like, It's basically that all over y'all. You have to, but the fireball, go ahead and remove that spell slot, just dissipates. And he just screams at the top of his lungs. You can see his veins bulging. Fuck! As the fireball gets dispelled. Oh, wow, that was intense. I'll go ahead and subtract that. But then he is going to... bonus action, bonus action, bonus action. No, I think he's gonna stay there. Well, don't forget, he has counterspell too. But Junior looks very relieved. And that would bring it back to you, Abigail. Junior's like,
I'm less worried about myself. I'm more worried about Junior.
Close call for Junior there.
Oh boy.
Guess we'll have to find something else for dinner.
No, my son. I'm gonna shuffle over this way. Just side.
Shuffle.
Just shuffle to the side because I can't get near this dude. But I can see. I can see a person there.
Get in the aura.
I can't. I'm afraid of this man.
No, I mean the yellow. I mean, just take a step forward and be in the yellow. That way you get the bonuses.
I can't. This man I'm scared of.
Fear.
Oh.
He's spooky.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I think I'm gonna cast a spell for one thing.
Okay. Yeah, he has summoned all of 4chan into one aura. And it's very terrifying.
Can I do something and can I get rid of that?
I want to fireball him back, but I can't because the man's in there.
Yeah.
I'm not a wizard. I can't not fireball my friends. So I will instead do something a little bit more fun.
Okay.
Does he want to do anything since he can see me and I can see him and we're locking eyes?
The mage or a king fascist in the middle there?
Oh, I'm the mage.
Mage,
I don't
okay.
like him.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Yeah, he's kind of like, so he locks eyes with you, but what would you like to do? What are you thinking?
I am going to target the kind of make the cinematic. I'm going to target the stone wall that is behind him, and I'm going to form it into a hand that is going to reach out and attempt to crush him, causing him to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
As I cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Strength saving throw. Oh boy. A 12?
No.
Okay, so it's all open air. You can see into Shadowdale, but the stone, the stone sort of tiles begin to sort of animate into these two hands from at his feet, and just kind of, and before he can react, just reach out and slam around him as he goes, "Ah!" And he's locked in place.
He is locked in place. He's also restrained, and he will take 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, 9. Okay,
And
constricted by stone.
I am also going to fly a little bit higher up, and I will just hang out there, just be concentrating on that.
Okay.
Seems like a good idea.
All right, the wings go out. The ceiling here in this room is actually about 30 feet high. It's pretty high, so you can go all the way up to the top if you want.
I think I used 20 movement already, so I will just go the additional 10 feet, like, straight up and just be hovering there.
Okay, all right. And what would Junior like to do on his turn?
Don't know if he can get out of fireball formation. But he can come over here and smack this guy.
Okay. Show me smacking that guy.
I think he gets one. Yes, he gets one. So he
The
will
mushroom
just
slam.
punch. Oh my god.
Wow,
He punched
yeah.
hard. He did not like that potential fireball.
No. Oh, damn.
I believe the poison damage. Oh yeah, no, he just takes the poison damage. So yeah.
All right,
Okay.
yeah. Junior's mushroom myconid like appendages just form into one big hammer, and just you hear him slam into this guy, concaving in the left side of this knight's armor, and you hear just and you can see these tendrils also break through the side of the armor and sink into this guy as Junior just injects some poison as quick as he can before he's tossed off. Is that it for Junior and Abigail officially?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just hang out here.
All right, that'll bring us back to Terra. The top of the round.
From where I am, can I still punch the guy?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. I wanna punch this guy. Dirty 20?
Yep.
Eight damage.
Yes. Gonna do like a leaping hammer fist. He's got legendary resistances, but not a parry.
25 to hit.
Yeah, how much was the first damage again, by the way?
5.
5. Okay. All right.
7.
Okay. The hammer fist transitions to like an elbow. You do like a rising elbow, kind of crack him right in the jaw.
I'm gonna flurry blows again.
Okay.
That is 17.
17 does not hit, as this one kind of lands off of like the lion armor on his right shoulder. You just kind of miscalculate it. He tried to puts his shoulder forward, and you can take your hand off.
Right. And another dirty 20.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
And that is another 9 damage.
Okay. You follow that up with just kind of like a ring in his bell. You're gonna put both hands together and off the side of his head. You can see him kind of like struggling.
Yeah, that miss was to take him off guard. That way he wasn't
Totally.
expecting the next one.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it for me.
I see you. Okay, cool. And just I get another quick flurry as you can see him kind of shaking it off, which brings us to Battle Mage Urissa.
Oh she's looking at spells. What do you do?
Then the assassin, and then Clem.
I mean, you're already restrained, but you know what? She's gonna Battle Mage Urissa's gonna throw Evard's black tentacles at that guy. Oh, wrong thing.
That
That
is-
guy.
Okay, is that a 5-foot range, or is that the one that's like a big circle?
It's
That's
a
the
90
big one.
It's 90-foot range, 20-foot square on the ground that you can see within range. Uh,
Because that's going to
Ebony-
affect everybody, I think.
uh, nope. Never mind. We're not going to do that.
Okay.
In which case,
Yeah.
we're just going to do something smart.
Okay.
And we're going to upcast Magic Missile, because who doesn't like damage?
All right.
Three. So we're going to upcast that a little bit. And we're still going to target that guy.
Okay. Which guy again?
We'll go with that one.
The knight? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
'Cause this
right.
poor guy is going to get damage from everybody else.
All right. So right behind, kind of knocking the knight off balance. Show me magic missile, and you're upcasting it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So, yoink.
Okay. And that should
Or wait a
be
minute.
one more if it's at second level.
Yep. Yep, I did. There we go.
Right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 14 damage it is. Okay.
And that's really all she's got.
Okay. Kind of throw in the knight off balance. You can see these 4 bolts into the armor as this knight gets thrown off balance. Tries to keep a grip on the long sword as he kind of stumbles backwards, almost falls on his ass. And that would bring us to the assassin, who is restrained, so that attack is going to have advantage.
Yep.
Okay.
Double poison short swords.
All right.
25.
Yep, and DC 15 con save.
DM, I have a question
Yes.
for you after this turn.
Okay.
Both are 25s, in fact.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah, 2 DC 15 Constitution saves.
And fails, so takes all the poison damage. 21 plus 9. How does the assassin want to end this? Oh, wait, no, hold on. Shield would 25, 25. Oh, no! My mage! I can't be 25, Jeff! Most I can get is 20. Oh, no!
darn.
Okay, how does the assassin want to kill this war mage?
Basically, the fantasy trope, both scimitars just bring them down in a cross move against the mage.
Off with his head?
Off with his head.
Off with his head. Heads will roll, literally. Very cinematic. Okay.
And
Yes.
he'll take a 5-foot step and get
Okay.
behind the other guy.
All right. D. Question.
Yes. When does the fear effect wear off? Because I forgot to ask at the end of my turn.
That's a good question. Reginald.
I'm pretty sure it said that if you move out of the range 30 feet.
Is it where the? Oh, yep. So you have to be 30 feet away. I just linked it. It's a special effect.
Okay.
So if you're
Yeah, because I know there's like several different fear effects that all have like
Yeah.
either you make it at the beginning of your turn, end of your turn. So I was like, I just need to know for purposes, but I also have things that I can be doing, like crushing people.
Yes, and Tara, you did succeed on that, right?
I did.
Okay, cool. All right, so you're good. You are good. Great turn, by the way. All right, so yeah, so for anyone that is feared, you have to, which makes this fight challenging given the battlefield, because you have to end 30 feet away from him. But that's it for the assassin. But that would bring us to Clem, who is a little bit weirded out by this guy's dreadful aura.
And I'm gonna do what I do best, and I'm gonna rage.
Okay. All right. Yeah, rage! Okay, you're raging. Your muscles get a little bigger.
Yes, and as a rage thing, a wild magic burst happens.
Okay.
The wild magic barbarian stuff. So that's the only enemy 30 feet of me, right?
So you have 1, 2, 3 enemies.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
The two
All
knights,
3 of
too.
them have to give me. They have to give me Constitution saving throws.
Constitution?
Yep, or they take 9 necrotic damage.
Ooh. All right, so the Inquisitor is gonna actually only got 1. The Inquisitor's coming up, so he'll take it. 9 necrotic.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And the other 2. Nope, fails and fails. The knights also take 9. What does that look like, by the way? Describe what happens.
Well, essentially, even though Clem is afraid, he's going to hunker down and get ready to swing up with his maul. And as he does, there is this dark magic that seems to emanate from his fur in little bursts. And as he swings up, this almost like necrotic lances just leap from his fur and strike
Nice.
at each of the jerks.
Nice. So yeah, he gets bigger, the muscles swell, the hammer is raised, and just from the fur, these little, again, these lances of necrotic sort of just that strike these opponents as they sort of let out a yelp of terror. Okay, that's all part of your rage, right?
Yep, just my rage. Roll normal, go reckless.
Okay, so 17 will miss. It will just miss as he
What?
turns. Yeah, he turns, and the hammer kind of clangs off of the lion uplet that he has. Just
I do have bless.
do you? Yeah,
You
you
have
can.
bless.
Okay.
Use it.
Okay, that will
I
hit.
rolled
them.
a 4, so it's a 21.
Yep, that will hit.
Okay. That'll be 10 bludgeoning, 2 rage damage, and 1 point of lightning on top of that, so it'd be 13 in total.
Okay. All right, you kind of bring down and kind of crush. You actually kind of adjust and hook and swing, and the lion uplet goes flying off of his shoulder as he just kind of rips it off of the shoulder. What next?
I think that is it.
Okay. All right, he is going to use a legendary action to make an attack against Clem. And spite, swing back.
Sure,
That's
he has
gonna be-
advantage because I went reckless.
Okay.
All right.
22.
Yep, that'll definitely hit.
Okay. He's gonna use another smite.
Nope, we're gonna do that.
Right.
I like that.
1, 2, 3. He's getting a little desperate. 35 points of damage against Clem. As he just kind of swings the
All right.
blade in rage, kind of cuts across. You feel and I'll tell you which, because I know it's like rage. All right, so kind of cuts across your belly, and you can like feel yourself like, and the searing pain and that sort of sickness kind of creep like up the back of your spine and like through your body as that sort of explosion of negative energy just and gives you this sickly feeling like you want to vomit. Go ahead.
As a reaction to that,
Mhm.
field medic,
Okay.
and make me a wisdom. Or no, I can use my reaction. How does this work? I use my reaction to make a wisdom medicine check.
Okay. Awesome. I like where you're going with this so far.
The DC of the check is equal to half the damage taken, which is what?
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Well, by the way, it's 10 slashing,
been
magical. So you can probably
so
half that,
it
right?
actually goes down to I calculated it down to 30. Slashing was halved.
Okay.
Or 10, whichever's higher.
So 15
Okay.
is the DC.
Oh, okay.
You're just making a DC 15.
Medicine check, which
Okay.
I succeeded on.
Yes.
Ooh.
Nice. Hell yeah.
On a success, the creature regains a total of 12 hit points.
Nice.
Five,
Oh,
Okay.
jeez.
five plus
Wow.
my 5 plus my character level to a maximum of half your hit point max.
So, Thamus.
Minimize that hit.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. It totally did. Thamus just kind of reaches out and a little bit of magic and a little bit of medicine is able to kind of like weave these bandages around, just kind of like throws the bandages, they're like sticky bandages, kind of throws it at you and like is able to just kind of stick it on your, it's like this big cloth bandage, and uses that sort of golden light to actually seal it into place with a little flash from her palm. Just it's a weird feeling, and just kind of throws a bandage and uses the light to seal it. Awesome.
I too swore an oath. A sacred oath.
And that would bring us to, I'm
Erith.
gonna say, Thamus, if you want to take the turn next, you absolutely can, because you can, Inquisitor Aerith is on your side. You can totally be like, this one's mine if you want.
I could. The real question is, do I want to end him, or do I want to heal
Well,
or heal myself,
mm.
which I can.
And
if I can set her up, that.
Mhm.
Aerith would like to cast Fairy Fire.
Oh, okay, all right. That would get everybody though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. What's the fun?
Okay. So what's the
I
range
mean, I
on Fairy
guess
Fire
that's
again?
true. It's a 20-foot cube. I mean,
A bit of phlegm chaos is leaking into Aerith's style.
You know what?
gosh. I guess she would, because she's not Clem.
Okay.
No, if you're wanting it to defer to Thamus, we can have Thamus go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, and what are hit points? Hit point. Actually, here's the
If you're
here's
really
the important
worried,
question.
Oh, go ahead, D. Hold on.
I was gonna say I don't know if this helps your situation, but if you don't want to heal yourself, hi, I'm the cleric. I can look at you and heal you.
Yep, we do have a cleric.
I just can't get near you is the only thing, because I have to walk away first. But if you need bonus action healing, I can bonus action healing you.
How hurt are you?
I'm down by, I think, half.
Yeah, I can have Aerith.
That said, the important question is,
This guy's fucked up. He's barely holding on. He's like missing some teeth. His whole face is swollen and bleeding now.
Okay.
the other question is on the support casting, would calm emotions get rid of the fear effects?
Good question.
I think so. I don't remember the exact wording
Well-
of it, but I guess that's a DM call.
Aerith will move behind you, Famous, and she's gonna put a hand on your shoulder to steady you, and she will cast Cure Wounds to give you 24 hit points.
Okay.
Oh, hell yes.
Yes, calm emotions would technically work to eliminate the fear. Well done.
In
It's a good
which
idea.
case, then, now the next question is, can I get it so that a 20-foot sphere can get both of you?
Well, Abigail, you said you were only like what, a few feet off the ground, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, probably. So that would get Abigail. Let me just see what that would look like. Radius 2 is going to be a 20-foot square or a circle.
Sphere.
We'll do, I guess, like.
I mean, even if you're doing it like there, it goes out to there.
Oh yeah, yep. You're good.
So
Oh.
that realistically could. It just depends on where you're targeting it, because you can put it here and then it gets everybody. And I don't know who all failed.
So
I knew Clem failed and I knew you failed. I don't remember about anybody else.
order of operations here, sort of Aerith kind of just goes behind, right behind Thamus. You feel her put her hands on the back of your shoulders. And in Drowish... Oh, I don't want to... Drowish... I love this translator. It's such a cool tool. She says, "Tlu, oh goddess, ali isto," and you feel your wounds beginning to close. She heals you for how much was that, by the way, in healing? By the way, 24.
24.
Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and adjust the token because I think you're on D&D Beyond.
Yep.
24. Okay, got it. You feel your wounds closing, and then would you like to calm the emotions of everyone?
Yep.
Okay. All right, and that's everybody. Thamus, what are your words of prayer and or wisdom and insight to get everyone to calm down as this sort of silvery golden light just begins emanating from Thamus in a sphere?
There is no reason to be afraid. We are here on our mission to take the tower and help the maidens fix it, righting the wrongs from centuries ago. I think that's how long they said.
It was about a century ago.
Yeah.
A little bit less than a century.
From ages ago.
Okay. Go ahead and give yourself DM inspiration, by the way. I think I might have already said that, but if I didn't, go ahead and make sure you give yourself DM inspiration for that. Everybody's no longer feared, because you can all just choose to fail. So anyone that was feared before no longer has that, and you are inspired by Thamus's words. Anything else for Thamus? Any bonus actions or interact with the environment?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, that knight is just going to try and just demoralize y'all by coming after you. 13, which misses. You're just gonna block it with the shield. You're too focused. Swings down, and you just clang him off with the shield. And he tries to swing again, but you just kind of give him like a little shield bash. Just kind of hit him again to like knock him back, which would bring us to Simeon.
Alrighty, Simeon has kind of been waiting for this. And is going to swishy poke twice.
Okay, and don't forget you +2 to hit with flanking.
Yes.
And sneak attack if you hit.
I love that that's a word for it, swishy poke.
On 18,
only 18?
18 will hit.
Okay.
9.
So a total of 10, because
Okay.
the sneak attack only rolled a 1.
Okay.
But we'll do that again for another 18.
That also hits.
for another 10.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Basically, Simeon has been, working the rapier and trying to sort of find the chinks in his armor, and is just going to, to finally, after the first hit, is going to sort of turn around and just sort of run him through sideways through the sort of the shoulder patch, and just sort of try and clip his heart on the way through.
Okay. All right. As described, you see Simeon just take the rapier and just right at the right moment, as you utter the words Thamus, but you have an oath too. He goes to raise that sword one more time and spring it down, but before he does, Simeon almost disappears for a second. He brings the blade down, and then you see it slowly lets go of the blade. You can see Simeon kind of dramatically, almost Samwise Gamgee style from Return of the King, just kind of rise behind this guy, twists the blade, and kind of, you see it at like an upward angle, and then with a flourish, and blood just drips onto the ground as the Inquisitor slowly drops to one knee, and then another, and his last words, he just kind of bubbles, tries to say something, he just falls flat down on his face. And I'll say, with that, you're able to pretty quickly make quick work and overwhelm the other two Red Plume Knights. Not much of a challenge there. Me, thank you for the follow. Appreciate y'all. All right. And with that, as you're able to overwhelm the Singularity! Oh, it's Singularity! Wow, I didn't get a thing. Hello, Singularity. Welcome. Hello, friends. Oh, please go check them out. Awesome. Hi, friends. What you got going on over at Singularity? Hello, hello. Welcome in. Perfect timing. We're actually, stick around. We're going to go to a quick break as the Inquisitor dramatically falls and has been vanquished. And you make quick work of the other knights. And very effective. A very effective way. They're not going to be much of a challenge. What I'm going to say collectively, Abigail and Thamus, how did the two of you team up to dispatch this first night here together? What's your dramatic team up flair there?
I think Junior would want to bear hug him from behind so Thamus can get a good gut shot in if she wants. And then if he's still standing after that, well, then Abigail will shoot a couple of pink fiery Eldritch blasts at him.
Okay. A little bit of both. You basically Fist of the North Star this guy, but not all the way through because you had to go through the plate first. But there's just a mush, and you kind of pull your fist out. You can see your key energy is almost like smoking. And this guy kind of looks up, and you can see the pink eldritch blasts just slam into this guy, and he just contorts and distorts, almost collapses in on himself. You see Abigail's with those last two blasts of eldritch shadow flame. And Thamus and Clem, how do you dispatch the other knight down as you kind of leap over the Red Plume, leap over the Inquisitor? How did the two of you team up, Clem and Thamus, to tackle the last knight there?
I mean, we got two hammers.
Wait a minute, would it be Thamus or Terra?
Well, Terra and Abigail teamed up on the last one, so Clem and Thamus will team up on this one.
I thought you said I thought you had that the other way around.
I might have, but
I mean, if we're going dramatic flair, dual hammers for the win. I mean,
okay. Yeah, I
thought
may
it'd
have
be
messed it up.
fun
But
to-
we'll just roll with it.
kind of hammer down on it, just like those guys who railroad spike, just one after another.
Okay.
Constant smashing this guy into the ground.
Okay. So twin hammers come out. Mystic Underbelly players. Celebrating a game on soon. Is that Toy Paulson's handle? Let me know. Hello, friends. Again, welcome back. Welcome in. All right, so twin hammers, one after the other, crack, crack, and then, of course, with the third hammer, different hammer, just multiple swings, and one final crack. And as the music change swells, you can see the knights head with that last hammer strike from Clem. You just see the motion almost spin all the way back, and you hear a crack as that body also collapse. And then you hear a gasp from one of the matrons up above on the final floor, and you can hear also panicked shouting from below, "Get to the tower! Scale the tower! Go!" And you can see just this swarm of Red Plumes up at the front gate, kind of banging on the front door, which I'm gonna say was locked by Abigail and Terra. That was kind of part of their mission, was to help seal the entrances. And you can see them kind of hang up a ram, and they're kind of bringing up something to get in, and kind of beginning to lay siege to the door below, trying to break into the tower that you have sealed. But at that, let's go ahead and take a break. So take 10, everybody. I'll be back to wrap up. We'll probably end around 12:30 or so. So go take care of yourselves, take a drink, get some water, hydrate, take your meds, whatever you need, and we'll see you back here in 10 minutes at 11, we'll say 11:48. We'll see you soon, everybody. Hydrate or die straight. All right, and as the dust settles on that combat, we have a couple more tarot cards. One from earlier. So I'm throwing tarot cards everywhere. One for earlier. At the next level, remember the designer. We still have that in the queue. A couple from Saroth coming in. Hello, Saroth. We got a couple. We have the familiar. There we go. Ring lights are a pain in the ass for these, but that's okay. You can see it. The familiar is going to give Junior a level up from that. So Junior's hit points are going to double. So his hit points are going to go to 44.
Oh, he's funky now.
Yeah, you can see, and you can actually describe as Junior kind of absorbs the nutrients, kind of nom on the organic matter of the fallen enemies, and is now sort of battle hardened with y'all. What other features does Junior have as this kind of happens?
You know, I don't want to get gross with it. If you remember what the bloaters kind of looked like from Last of Us.
I never played Last of Us.
Oh, okay. Well,
Look it up, though.
Okay, because I was gonna say I can describe it for you, but they are just honking, chunky things that can take many a bullet in the game.
Okay, I'm pulling up some images right now. So, oh wow, yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm happy that Junior can roast a lot longer without dying. Means more flavor.
Why are you still trying to eat my boy?
No eating the mushroom companion. And then there is
when I say no one dies on my watch, that includes Junior.
Yes.
He's not dying. He's
Or Junior.
achieving new life through us.
Stop trying to eat my son.
As the chaos sort of outside kind of continues, and you can hear sort of the banging on the door, the front gates now. Eve, trying to get in from the work that Terra and Abigail had done in the previous sessions. The battle mage and the assassin and the Inquisitor just. And you can use any healing spells that the Inquisitor has left to top yourselves off. Please do that before you head up to the next level. You can use as many. Actually, I'll go ahead and take a look. Alternate Inquisitor. Okay.
Yeah, question. How far
Yes.
down are the front doors and all the people down there?
About 5 levels.
In terms of feet.
Let's see. About 180 feet down.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. So what do we got here? We got we'll do let's do a bunch of these. Okay. So Thamus heal for Thamus heal for 12. I'll do that on your token as well.
Okay.
Thamus heal for 12. Clem heal for 12. Abigail and Junior, they both look pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and just go into Junior's token settings here, bring him up to 44 to 44 HP. Next time we pull a familiar, he'll level up again. I'll increase his attack damage. For now, let's just increase his health. Big beefy boy. Okay. And then she will top off. You're still about 10 left, so. All right, Clem, you can heal to full. Simeon, I think you're already there. I think everybody's good?
Yep. Simeon managed to make this fight without getting hit at all. I don't know how that happens.
No,
Okay.
I took the brunt to the damage for once. I'm down 2 hit points. That's fine.
Okay. All right, so the Battle Mage Orisa, Inquisitor Aerith, and Assassin Theron are going to say, oh, it's going to be the Inquisitor who leads up the conversation. You help the matrons. We'll hold them off down below at the entryway. In the vestibule. It's the least we can do for all you have done for us. Do not let us down. We're counting on you. I wish we could be there to see Malcast's smug look be wiped from existence. But we will hold them at bay for as long as we can. Go. Quickly. And they run down to the bottom of the stairs. And Abigail, sorry. All three of them kind of turn to give you one last nod before making their way down to the lower levels.
Thamus raises up her shield in some semblance of a salute of sorts
Okay.
as they leave.
All right. In the meantime, matrons, the clock is ticking. Time is running out. The matrons are... Something is happening on the upper level. How would you like to proceed?
Simeon's going to start by grabbing that longsword from the Inquisitor.
Yes.
Really good call.
And if nothing else, he's just going to take it with him. All the better to throw it, Malaketh's feet or whatever. But
Okay.
An hour to attune to it.
Can you make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw?
maybe. I'm still standing next to Thamus, right?
Yes.
Constitution, you said?
Yep. It's gonna give you what, a plus? Oh yeah, +3.
3.
You're
There
good.
you go.
You feel this overwhelming urge to vomit sort of rising, and I do see your last tarot card, Saroth, but that is actually going to be the next layer. But you fight back this urge to vomit and this pain that shoots up your arm, and you're able to just take the sheath and put it on your back and put it out of your mind. This particular blade makes you incredibly ill at ease, and even physically ill.
Ooh.
The sword doesn't seem to be worked in a similar fashion to this scabbard I picked up in the grounds, did it?
That particular blade does not.
Okay.
This has a scabbard.
Okay.
But it does have a very these sort of these wings that are sort of charred almost. you can see that there was a different color, but the wing pattern on the hilt has almost been sort of blackened and charred, like somebody held it over a fire.
All right, yeah, like I say, Simeon's just sort of going to pick it up and have it in his offhand, not carrying it as a weapon,
Okay.
but is going to carry it sheathed in his offhand,
Fair enough.
and then is going to point with his normal rapier up to the stairs, and we best be off.
Be careful with that blade.
Yes, do.
That
It
darkness is not going to be pleasant.
yeah, it was not. Yeah, right there with you.
Are you proceeding?
I guess the question is, do we want to be quiet or do we want to just rush up there?
I figure they know we're coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In which
With
case,
that, Clem is going to run.
Okay.
famous not far behind.
Tara's right behind them.
Clem would cast how far? I think once we're like, once it feels like we're steps away from being up there, he would try to cast Gift of Alacrity just so he could have oh no, that's 8 hours. Yeah, he would just have Gift of Alacrity cast. Just so he can have a little bit of a boost in initiative if need be.
Okay, what's the marching order, by the way?
I think it'd be
Clem is
Clem,
rushing in.
Simeon, famous
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay.
at the very least.
Simeon, Thamus. Okay. Followed by Tara, maybe?
Yeah, definitely.
And Abigail and Junior?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and get rid of the 20-foot radius for calm emotion. You just have the aura. You emerge into this finely... It almost seems like you're ascending for... You're fatigued, but you're not at the same time. It's as almost if reality is being warped and warped around you. The sense of time and space seems to distort. The halls and the stairs begin to widen and time slows down until eventually what feels like an eternity, but also a mere moment. You emerge on the upper level of smooth, polished marble floors and this essence of shadow that lingers in the room. But it is somehow calming. And as you look above, you can see this domed ceiling that is covered in this shadow-like smoke that seems to cover most of the dome. There is a wall that extends about 20 feet up above you, though it does not extend all the way to the ceiling. There are marble pillars interspersed about every 15 feet, and in the distance, being restrained above a sort of sickly green glowing orb, you can see sort of hovering off the ground, chained by magic, almost restrained to this orb, is Matron Grayana, who looks to be in excruciating pain.
You said that there's an orb that she's connected to or near?
Yep.
Do I have to get closer to make an Arcana check to figure out what that is?
Yes. It's really hard to see because of the way that the spherical rooms are shaped here.
Okay. She will kind of poke at Tara in the back and kind of go, I could maybe try and take a look at whatever that is to figure out if there's a way to shut it off, but I, I don't I don't know if I want to get that close. I don't know what it'll do.
If you can, Abigail, do you want me to do you want me to go down there with you?
She kind of like vigorously nods.
Then lead on. Let's do the thing. And Famous will totally follow, shield up, ready to actually take any and all damage.
Okay. As you approach Abigail, and every single person here made a blood pact with House Terneve, right?
I believe so.
I
So, yeah.
thought so.
Okay. As you approach Abigail, you can feel the wound on the palm of your hand, assuming all of you made the blood pact, begin to swell, and you can feel this presence almost pulling towards you, towards this sickly green orb. The matron kind of strains just over to look at you, and the left can barely move. Seems to be racked with pain as she seems to be being drained by this orb, or at the very least held in place by it.
I will take another couple cautious steps forward and just kind of observe it, just think back to, my lessons with the arcane and figure out if there's anything that I can think of off the top of my head that would give me some sort of indication of how to counteract this.
Okay. I would say, given your otherworldly matron and the nature of this angelic presence, I would say there is something about this and something about you specifically. Go ahead and give me, because that I was able to cross that over into our Faerunian, our iteration of Faerun. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check. I will say not an advantage, but DC will be 16. You.
Do I have the ability to add guidance to this?
Yes. See why not?
I
You already
will take
verbalized
it.
thinking back on specific lessons, so
Okay.
that's all I needed to hear.
Okay.
Oh god damn. All right. Natural 18. This orb is very likely powering. It's powering something else, and these appear to be connected to a central power source. The central power source would have to be disabled for you to disable these orbs. To disable the central power source, given the nature of the ceremony, the magical ceremony that's happening would likely require some kind of great sacrifice.
Don't like the implications of that.
Personal or vital. It is sort of draining not just their physical essence, but their soul essence as well. This is ancient soul and shadow magic sort of combined into one, and also a little bit of blood magic in there as well. You're kind of picking up hints of all three: soul magic, shadow magic, and blood magic all at work here. But your best course of action would be to disable the central power source.
Gotcha. I will communicate such to my party and say, well, it's odd. All this is it's like a mix of stuff. It's got soul magic and blood magic and shadow magic all mixed in together. I think it might be best if we try and find the larger source and destroy that, and maybe that'll cause like a chain reaction and free the matron.
You're also getting some ideas that there might be workarounds, and I'm gonna give you some information from the designer here. By the way, this is some of the meta knowledge cards here, which I have a lot of meta knowledge to give to you. But what I will give you with this card, I'm gonna give you some, and with your amazing check, like wow, I need to roll like that in my home games. 22 plus 4, 26. You have almost like a flash of insight, flash of genius in that moment, where there are 3 matrons, there are 3 orbs, there are 3 sources of magic. You have an ancient matron, a high matron of the moon, of the night, the high matron of shadow. You have the matron in front of you who burns and yearns for adventure and fulfillment. And you have the youngest of the 3 sisters who yearns for blood and vengeance. Blood magic, shadow magic, soul magic. It is likely that if you could find a way to offer up a significant sacrifice or a semblance of soul, and not to actually make a collective soul reference, but you're also getting the idea that whatever magic here, with your 26, it's very possible that you could try spreading out the sacrifices. This is sacrificial magic that is powering an ancient malefactorum in a way. Like this is ancient magic that is powerful and it's sacrificial. But you could theoretically attempt to spread out the sacrifice as to lessen the effect. But it will be a sacrifice of blood, a sacrifice of shadow or light, and a sacrifice of the soul. To guarantee the effectiveness, one person alone could make a significant sacrifice to almost guarantee that it would work. Or you could each give up a little piece of yourself, whatever it may be.
Okay. I relay that to the party and say, although it's odd, there might be a way either some of us could share in the sacrifice, or one person that sort of hard to explain. One person that maybe inhabits all 3 of these great magics could make a sacrifice. But that seems kind of taxing to just give to one person.
I'm actually going to use my magical awareness. Which lets me know the location of any spell or magic 60 feet.
Okay.
And I kind of want to just sniff around and see if there's any other things that we might not be seeing or missing around here as well that might also help.
Okay.
Or if there's any other really weird, funky shit that's going on in this space.
As you kind of step into magic awareness, you immediately sense the presence of this central power source, and these 4 individual sort of crystals that seem to be powering, acting as an external source. So there's this primary source of magic that is raw mana, and there are these 4 other crystals that seem to be sort of acting as sort of a more direct line of empowerment. Um, there's also, they're being powered by these three sources, these three orbs, all of three different types of magic, of blood magic, shadow magic, and soul magic, not all of which have schools of magic. This is ancient. Part of what's happening is enchantment is a big part of what's happening, but that's what you're able to see. And also those 4 crystals on the exterior of the central power source seem to be directed at one. You can see the secondary source sort of off at the far corner of the room. These four secondary sources seem to be powering one singular humanoid force.
There is another person over there being powered with all this.
Simeon slings the desecrated sword back onto his back, and sort of taps Simeon and said, "Hey, lift me up. I want to see over this thing." And wants to sort of get a boost to get up over the wall. At least get hands on top and be able to pull myself up to look over.
Okay, all right, easy enough. I'll go ahead. All right, perfect. Between all 5 of you, you're able to kind of lift Simeon up, and I'll just put you over the other side so you can see. You can now have a clear view of the other 2 matrons.
No, I'm behind another pillar. There we go. And can I see another figure in the center, or
you cannot? You do not.
Is it's just the other two matrons? Yep. Also, can I see a way into this room from where we were?
Yes, you just have to squeeze by Grayana.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'll sort of relay that back and sort of say that if we just squeeze past the matron there, we should be able to get into the center room, figure out what's going on.
It's
all right.
It's almost insulting to have to sorry and squeeze by, but there are between Clem and Abigail, you know that there's a few different ways to approach this situation. There's maybe about 6 or 8 different ways to go about doing this, maybe more. So, however you want to approach this scenario.
We're not just gonna smash it, right?
What are we waiting for?
Clem definitely has the hammer ready too.
Okay.
I guess it's all burnt up old sword we can use too.
DM, I have a question.
Yes.
Do I think, being a divine soul sorcerer, that my blood connection to a potentially celestial entity might be strong enough as a sacrifice?
Depends on what you intend to do.
Okay.
But possibly.
Okay.
Famous was kind of thinking along the same lines of sacred swore an oath to protect,
Mm-hmm.
and a blood pact to the matrons. Therefore, if it is blood they want, Famous will do what needs to be done.
Blood is just one aspect.
Yes.
Ooh, puzzles. Sorry, I get really excited whenever I don't do puzzles often, but when I do, I get really excited about them.
but for what it is, where Thamus, if necessary, would willingly sacrifice herself for the protection of the matrons, the party, and the tower and the people. If it came to that.
So now that I can see the rest of the layout here, other than seeing just the three matrons, I can't see the other stuff that Clem has described.
You can see the 4 crystals and the central crystal, the central orb, the central power source.
I guess my question is, how do we know this isn't a trap to get us to lose vital energy before they ambush us, if there is anyone else up here?
Panda. Oh shit!
Malakath,
Caravan's here.
he did say Malakath had unlocked some true potential.
Is there anything else in the room? Like, is there actually something back here on this table?
Sorry, I have to give a shout out to Lost Caravan. Thank you, Hoop. My raid alerts are not being as on point as they should. I'm having some issue with the alerts. I was on a different screen. My apologies. Hello, Lost Caravan, Flamen Sign, So Cali Bear, and Hooper. Hello. Sorry, Hoop. Sorry. My raid alerts are a little wonky tonight, and I was on the Roll20 screen. How is everything going? What were y'all playing over there on Lost Caravan? I'm gonna give a shout out to all of your folks here as well. Hopefully they're still here. Thank you for joining us, Lost Caravan. Hello, friends. Laman again, so Cali Bear. I like the dinosaurs. Awesome. I say hello to everybody. Yeah, tell me about the stream. Well, I heard the alert go off. I think it was all very quickly. Lancer! Hell yeah! Love Lancer. We keep talking about running it. Y'all have like so many cool Lancer games. I like what y'all are doing. Lancer was outstanding. Outstanding. Tell me about the current situation y'all are in. But in the meantime, your question D was, what is on the table? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that is. It appears to be. Let's zoom in. There's a green spell candle and an old grimoire.
Okay, I'm gonna go pick up the grimoire, kind of start thumbing through it.
Ooh, okay. To see how quickly you can read that, go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Sure. Only a 14.
Now I'll give
Okay.
advantage to that.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Passing along that old tarot card advantage.
Much better.
Also, I've seen some really good Lancer memes. The most I know about Lancer is all the memes where it's just the magazine clippings, but in text. And they're just like 800 words in a page. 17 plus 4, 17, 18, 20, 21. You are able to read it pretty quickly. It starts to detail the things that you already know. As you're flipping through this, what is Thamus doing? Because this is going to take a couple of minutes to kind of read through and absorb stuff.
Basically, Thamus would be a step behind, shield up, basically guarding, making sure nothing happens to Abigail while she's doing this.
Okay. Safe to say you'd be standing closer to the doorway here then?
Probably.
Okay, all right. Go ahead and... Okay, how about Clem and Simeon?
So you said that the wall is like 20 feet tall, but it doesn't go all the way to the ceiling.
Correct.
Can Simeon just boost himself up onto the top of the wall?
Make an athletics check. DC 15.
Could I assist with that? Because
Sure.
I am strong buddy
Advantage.
boy.
Make that an
All right.
advantage. Then you're already halfway there.
Natural 20.
Oh yeah, you can do it. However you want. You can run across the top of this thing if you want.
30, my bad.
30, 20.
30,
Okay,
20,
okay,
30,
okay.
20, 30, 20.
All right, so I was gonna say succeed
Still a
with
natural
style,
19,
but
GG.
close enough. Close enough. Okay, yeah, whatever you want to do. You can leap over, climb over. The world is your oyster. Whatever you'd like.
Yeah, I think Simeon's just gonna hop all the way over and do a quick little scout.
Okay. Alrighty.
Hop all the way down there.
All right, go ahead and make a stealth check for me if you don't mind. Also, Clem.
Clem would second that. I would use rabbit hop to get up there, since it would give
Okay.
me enough height. And just
Okay.
can Simeon try to
Yeah, no, you can totally just kind of bunny hop up and kind of clamber up and over the top to your heart's content. I'd like for both of you to make a stealth check, please. Okay, 15 at disadvantage is pretty good. 15, 20, that's a good roll. And now Clem for a stealth check, please. And, oh wow.
25
Oh yeah,
plus a nat 20.
you're good. You're totally good. You can sneak in
You can see
wherever you want. Yeah, you can even just move your token about within this room. Clem, it's up to you. Okay, and Tara, what are you doing?
Tara moved up and she's on the other side of Abigail. Abigail doing pretty much the same thing as Thamus, just from the other side. She's just kind
Alright.
of waiting for something to come and so she can punch them.
Okay. And all right, Abigail is just kind of rushing up and reading. All right, Tara on guard, Thamus on guard, Abigail doing a little bit of reading. Yes, Clem?
Yeah, sneaking around with my magic awareness, just like sniffing around this area as well
Okay.
for all sorts of shenanigans. But
So-
the special focus on Lady Neve over here,
Yep.
covering her name.
So as you approach the High Matron, you feel just this sorrow of darkness around you as you can almost feel like this cold night approaching, as she too is also shackled by magic to this orb and straining to move. Just the veins on her neck bulging as she kind of just strains every last bit of strength to look down at you and grit her teeth. And you can also see Zolre almost inconsolable with rage on the far side here. As you're kind of poking around, you can see, well, you can hear just the heavy footsteps of plated armor coming from the far side here. And I'm going to go ahead and change up the song very briefly.
Simeon just
Play.
teleported through a wall.
You don't see me, I'm super sneaky.
So hopefully this works. Yeah, cool. Got it. All right. And as these heavy footsteps come into focus, the hairs on the back of your neck and on your arms stand up, Clem and Simeon, as a drow man kind of slowly steps deliberately, intentionally, one boot in front of the other. Before you, deliberately, you can see this sort of platinum blonde haired drowish man with this shadowy dark blue and purple sort of tunic and sort of straps across the top of his sort of reinforced sort of layered dark black plate, which there's black, blue, and silver. The silver regal over his left arm and also on the gauntlets. And as he approaches, and again, a content warning for everybody here watching, this guy is very, very misogynistic in his thinking. His whole demeanor is based on being, in his eyes, abused by the matriarchy of House Derneve. That is the content warning for Melkath the Vile, as he just kind of steps out. And he just kind of takes a deep breath, and you can see him sparking with electricity and magical potential as this energy just sparks off of him, and he is glowing, almost radiating with this pure mix of greenish, sort of dark reddish amber and purple shadowy energy that just kind of swirls around him, and it eventually is this prismatic glow as he kind of comes into the center of the room. Doesn't see Simeon or Clem, but is kind of looking directly at the far side of the room. And you can see, based on the discussions that you've had, the energy that is coming out of these 4 crystals around the central power source. These 4 runes are all glowing, by the way, like there is an audible thrum to them. These 4 crystals seem to be sending energy around Melkath, creating this shield around him, this prismatic shield. But it shimmers enough for you to see his form, and just that this energy sort of arcs around him as those heavy steel gauntleted boot steps. They have a little sort of sharp point at the top boot steps, at the tip of the reinforced toe there. And he just makes his way to the center of the room confidently and holds up a familiar feeling blade, Simeon, over his shoulder. Seems to, the markings of crescent moons and sort of star metal on them seem to shimmer and call to you. And he looks around, and you can see the matron's eyes straining towards him as he looks around and just breathes in, and he just, little rats of the matriarchy, come to finish the job. Unfortunately, you will find that I have placed myself in a no-lose scenario. The Red Plumes will regain control of the Moon Sea. This tower will hold. I will be the sovereign Archmage of Shadowdale. I will be its governor, and I will bring prosperity to the people of Shadowdale. Because that is why the matrons of House Derneve are so hated. It's their cruelty, their malice, and their hatred of men. Their hatred of those who are different hypocrites in their own right. You fight for justice, for freedom, but there is no good. There is no evil. There is only power, and those that take it one way or another. Come out wherever you are, little rats. Come to the trap. Fight me if you think you can. But I only need to hold you here. And just kind of waves and flicks his wrist as the central orb begins to glow. For your army will approach at dawn. And since you cannot possibly fathom to find any way displace me from this tower now that I have had my way with it. This tower serves me and my whims. Not yours, not the matron's. And you will watch as I drain the energy from your beloved matrons. as I use their very essence to power their ancestral weapon. And you will watch in despair as all your hopes crumble to dust and salt before you on the field of battle. For he who controls the Shadow Tower controls the field of battle, controls fate and life and the very souls of others. This is my right. This is what was taken from me. I now take back 100-fold. Now submit like good little dogs and join me. You will only have but a short trial, and I will make your deaths or subservience merciful. Perhaps Maggarl Helck, the governor of Hillsfar, will see it differently, though. He has a bone to pick for slaughtering some of his men along the way, and for invading hypocrites once again. But you'll never see it that way. Hopeless, helpless. I will accept nothing but for you to grovel forward and your unconditional surrender. Do so, and I will ease the matron's suffering, and we can make this quick. Now, little rats, scurry out from what sewers and gutters the Zhentarim pulled you out of, and air yourselves dry before me. Let me see your filth crawl across these polished halls. He just taps on the orb with the blade. Come, come now. Best not delay the inevitable. What's everybody doing?
We heard all of that.
Yes.
Okay.
And you also get to the last piece of that book, and you realize this is a ceremony to empower one person, to make him invincible, Melkath. You can find ways to deactivate the 3 orbs. The orb that siphons soul, the orb that siphons blood, and the orb that siphons light. These 3 conduits together, along with the energy from the matron's power, the central orb, which in turn powers these tertiary crystals. The central orb is required to hold the matrons in place and to activate the weapon. These crystals are made to empower the guardian of the tower, in this case, Melkath. They are not indestructible, though they are very hard. Shattering, as you get to the end of the book, and that's the last of the designer knowledge, shattering that will allow you to potentially weaken Melkath, but it's a small target to hit. They're sturdy, but they are not indestructible. For each crystal shattered, it may disrupt the shield that is around him.
Question.
Yes.
When I read through the rest of that book, did it specifically mention that it has to be this individual here? Or did it specify if it was the guardians of the tower?
It is very likely that he has attuned to this, or at least parts of the ceremony.
Okay.
If not completely attuned already. Which means he can use the Shadow Tower, and he is attuned as his guardian. As the matron said, it will take some time to attune, which Abigail is having a moment like, oh, fuck. Because that's the whole point of being able to bring the matrons here, so they can attune together quicker than 12 hours as the new guardians, but Melkath has unfortunately already attuned over the course of multiple nights, probably.
Gotcha.
So he is attuned to this tower, which makes him the guardian.
With my magic awareness, do I see anything else special now that he's here? Like on him or stuff like that?
The blade he's carrying is magical. It is covered
Okay.
in sort of star metal. It shimmers like a starscape, and it has a crescent moon close to the hilt of the blade. And the crossguard.
One other thing I forgot to ask, since I
Sure.
wasn't necessarily in the room, but when either Simeon or Clem were looking at the crystals that were in the room, how big were those crystals?
The crystals that are around the central orb that power him, again, small target, and it is. There are 4 of them, and they're maybe about the size of a small football. Also, for the other tarot cards, unfortunately, the last one from Sarath, this one is from Sarath, it was the adversary, which is going to give him either advantage on an attack or impose disadvantage on one of y'all. But remember, you still have a couple of wilds to use as well, and you still have the Wild Oracle. We have another tarot card from Cup of Tea, and also an Amethyst, which is going to give y'all some protection. So if somebody could do me a favor and write in the notes that you have a couple of things pending. You have 2 amethysts and a rose quartz. So 2 floating amethyst. 2 floating amethyst and a rose quartz. I'm going to let y'all, in this fight, divide that up amongst the party. The rose quartz is used to give yourself advantage on any charisma check, intimidation, deception, or persuasion. And the amethysts are going to give one person either 5 temp HP or +1 to AC for the end of session. So keep those as floating. We can actually carry those over to the next session. The first amethyst and the first rose quartz was from Sarath. Thank you, Sarath. The second amethyst is from Flammenstein. So Flammenstein, that's again, they have 2 floating. You can either give a party member +5 temp AC, +5 temp HP or +1 AC until the end of the session. Probably next session. But also the other tarot card is the developer. More meta knowledge, everybody. Kind of like here's the developer card, and I'm going to link this deck as well. Like the design.
That is actually a developer then.
Yes.
That's number 4.
Yep. Like the meta knowledge, I will say. I'm gonna give you some more meta knowledge here. Yeah, these in order to hit these things, you'd probably have to have a high chance to hit. I'm gonna give you some meta knowledge from that as you're able to kind of piece things together from little footnotes in that grimoire that you read. It's difficult to hit these, and they have to be destroyed with either adamantite weapons or magical weapons. They are very likely still going to be resistant to damage from magical weapons and immune to damage from non-adamantine weapons. However, magic can very easily shut almost anything in here down. Got to spell magic? Now's the time to use it. Almost anything in here. You feel like the central barrier is probably not going to be able to be affected, or the central control console, because it's connected to the whole of the tower. These other orbs, however, seem to be centered here, whereas the central core very likely extends from what you read all the way down to below the tower itself.
So, question, we're on the top floor, essentially, right?
There is one more sort of observation area up top.
Okay. Is there any part of this that is open at all, or is it all just enclosed?
No, it's all enclosed, but there is, if you go maybe 20 feet up, that would be up the staircase, that would bring you to the very top of the tower, which is an open battlement. It's the turret.
Okay.
The very top. Of which the weapons are. There's like Shadow Ballista up there. D, were you going to say something?
I'm formulating a thought, and I don't know how fucking insane this is going to sound. Did the crystals look movable?
it doesn't sound insane because I was thinking the same thing. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, did they? I guess like
It's possible with a the strength required with a the strength required with magical memes would probably be similar, if not slightly higher than what it would take to be able to actually hit it.
okay.
So if hitting it, so if it has a high AC,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to pop it out with a magical weapon would probably be maybe 2 points higher than the actual DC to hit it. It's a little bit more finesse and complicated.
It's less that, more of, how do I want to say this? Because I was thinking, I have Maximilian's Earth and Grass. If I were to somehow be able to not necessarily use telepathy because I don't have that spell, but if I were to use the Maximilian's Earth and Grass, could I disrupt the circle that it's in by moving it out of the circle? Kind of trying to physically disrupt it.
The central core or the other smaller crystals?
The smaller crystals, the
Oh,
ones
yeah.
that were harder to hit.
Yeah, that's magic. As you look,
I was going to say Simeon was going to actually pull Aggro. Once Malakas sort of finishes his first little speech,
yeah,
Simeon is going to slowly clap from behind the pillar
okay.
and is going to step forward and in Infernal is going to say, "Do you think all of that up yourself?" Really funny way of saying, "Come and get me."
He kind of quickly turns before he kind of turns the corner to where he was heading and kind of makes his way slowly up this way, and Clem's still hidden. Takes the blade, points it directly at you, and just says, "So you have chosen to be the first sacrifice. Your deaths will only speed up the inevitable." He kind of takes the sword and points it directly at you, at which point the sword begins to glow and he begins flaring up green magic in his left hand. "Come, meet your doom, rats of the Storm Watch." And sparks up this giant green shadow flame as the lights dim and the energy gets sucked out of the room. And that's where we're going to end the session for the evening. Thank you,
Simeon
everybody.
slams his hand into his pocket.
Yes.
Oh no.
Thank you, everybody. That's going to be initiative when we come back. Awesome. Woo! All right. Well done, everybody. Well done. That's exciting stuff. Wow. Yeah. Okay. And thank you to our raiders for watching this, the lead up to this final encounter here with, Malkath the Vile. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. But in the meantime, let's go around the table and we'll let you know where everybody here is going to be next and what they're up to, because it's an amazing cast and y'all are incredible. Thank you for bringing Stormwatch to life and making this game frickin' awesome. Reverse order this time. Simeon, played by Jeff/Thagan. Hey, what's going on? What do you have coming up next in Jeff's world?
Don't have a whole lot coming up next, but definitely I am working on some ideas and some thoughts for some one-shots that we're going to be running that Essie has invited folks to try and present within the Discord server within the rest of ESP Productions. So I've been working on those, but mostly what you're going to do, you're going to find me hanging out in the Discord.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeff. And there's the Discord. Thank you for linking. And of course, we got D. Hi D. What you got going on between now and next Stormwatch game?
Oh, hi, it's me. Well, kind of like what we were talking about during pre-stream and how one-shots abound. I am currently doing some research for a potential one-shot. more details to be announced, but a little blurb if anybody is a big fan of Baldur's Gate. House of Hope. Yeah, it's gonna be a one shot centered around House of Hope.
And I'm super excited about that. So y'all, Baldur's Gate 3 fans and stands, keep your eyes and ears open because we were talking about that earlier, and I got really excited. So stay tuned for that. Yes, and I love Hope so much. Hope is just such a cool character, and like I just want to just give her a big hug. She's so cool. But I'm very excited for any content that takes place in the House of Hope. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, D. Anything else you got going on?
No, just that research taking up a lot of time because I want to make sure it's lore accurate.
Sounds good. Raft Daddy, yeah. All right, thank you, D. All right, and then of course we have Nick / Husky / Amberthist. Hello, friend. What you got going on?
Hello, just, doing stuff here every other Monday. Other than that, there should be a VOD going up soon, but last Friday, I played 10 Candles which is a system where everyone dies in the end, and you figure out how that happens, and it's a lot of fun. Other than that, Friday, though, I play with Breck in his Mist of Makani campaign, which is starting up again after the new year. Friday, and yeah, that is a lot of fun, just like this one, playing a chaos character there. But other than that, that's it with me.
All right, thank you, Nick. And Ange, hey, what you got going on?
On Sunday nights, Animazing Radio just came back from its short holiday hiatus. If you like anime, check that out. It's a podcast where myself and 2 others sit and talk about anime, what we like, what we don't, anime conventions, and all that nerd pop culture stuff.
Yeah, and I've been on the podcast before. It's a good time. It's a fun show. All right, and thank you, Ange. And then of course we have Isabits, who is back. What you got going on?
So I the past year and a half or so, me and a couple other people have been working to put together a new channel. So I am one of the founding members of Shadows of Nox. We do a lot of tabletop gaming, but we do more of a focus on horror, sci-fi, cyberpunk. It's adult content, it's darker content, that sort of thing. Starting the first Sunday in February, I will be running Call of Cthulhu. We also have a couple other games that are in the works. We do Power Rangers every other Wednesday, where I am the Blue Ranger. And I'm also part of a Power Rangers actual play podcast, where I am the Red Ranger. Season 1 is out. You can find it on Shadows of Nox YouTube, and season 2 will be out soon. And every other Friday, so this coming Friday, I will be over at Master of Rem playing Well of the Worlds, which is a Prowlers and Paragons game.
Awesome. All right, and yeah, give me all those links, Tara, so I can Tara, give me all those links, Isabit, so I can follow and give you all some shout outs. So drop it in the staff chat or wherever you want, and I'll make sure we have some people go and follow y'all. Of course. All right. In the meantime, you can catch us here tomorrow for more Enchanting Sorcery 5e. We are playing Tales of the Old Margrave. Into the Old Margrave is the name of the of our version of the AP. It's from Tales of the Old Margrave from Kobold Press, our friends at Kobold Press. Go give them some love. I was going to see if I put it in yet, but you can just go to the website. There we go. Okay, cool. Go check out our friends at Kobold Press. Say hi to Zach, the community manager. And yeah, and you can get all the stuff from Isabit's link trees as well. But that's Tuesday. Wednesday, of course, we have Phandelver and Below Halia's Harriers, which takes place 1 year after the conclusion of this Stormwatch campaign. This is the prologue that we're currently in right now, happening in the Moonsea, a year before our Phandelver and Below, which is the Phandelver campaign 2.0, Halia's Harriers, Zhentarim sort of part 2 campaign. So check out That, and of course, Heaven's Fire on Saturday, and in 2 Mondays, back here for Stormwatch. But in the meantime, that's what we got going on this week. Also, we are done with our internal casting for Thirsty Sword Lesbians. We're going to be posting on a couple of other sites. Specifically, I think we're going to post a Looking for Party on Lost Caravan, Neon Lights, the usual. And we're looking for a couple more, and it's called Sparkle Heart Magic Force Go. It's a magical girl, sort of a Zentai combination, sort of a sitcom, but in Thirsty Sword Lesbians. DM'd by Darcy Marie / Toy Paulson. And I'm really excited for Faye to be running a game on our server, so very excited to that, and look out for that casting announcement. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead and raid our friends over at Blackwater D&D. So stick around for that. Super cool people, and I think they're on Pacific time. Make sure. Blackwater D&D. One day, the ultimate crossover Thursday. All right, and yeah, go and show them some love. They're super cool. There's not much else going on tonight, so stick around. Tell them that ESP sent you in, and we'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Tomorrow at 8:30. 8:30, 8:45. All right. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Man, look, we actually have a thank for watching screen. Look at that.